Hey guys, welcome to my Blazor Fundamental video series. In this second video, we're going to talk about dialog services, the dialog and MessageBox Fluent UI component that can give you the functionalities that you need for editing, for confirming what you're going to delete, or specific areas. So it can be used in many cases, but in today we're going to use it for edit and for delete. Okay, how I want to show you this specific demo is with some practicality, but I want to show you first why it's important to understand the dialog service when you're using Fluent UI. So the dialog service is a service that can be used to show dialogs. It can be injected into a page or component, and it's used to show different type of dialogs. For a component to be usable by the dialog service, you need to implement the IDialog content component. And also you need to understand that will be automatically registered by the I container when you say add Fluent UI component. So here, as you can see, we already have the services added to the container, so you don't need to add anything here in your pipeline. Okay, so another important thing is that you need to add this new tag Fluent Dialog Provider with a specific render mode that you need. Okay, and it needs to be placed on after or before the main section finish. Here, one important thing to mention is here, this is how the template will look if you create a normal Blazor template. But when you create a Fluent UI template, you will see that there is not such thing, and for that you need to include here the Fluent Dialog Provider with interactive server render mode. And here I'm not sure why, but I believe this is the interactivity boundary. So um, any any provider that you need to include should be here. Okay, for your tools, for your dialogs, etc. So having said that, we are going to run this project. Oh, we have an issue. Oh, this issue, I mentioned about this issue. I believe this is an issue that they have on the template. When you create a template, it comes with this issue in the program file, which basically is just including some using namespaces here, which now is going to be fixed, as you can see. Okay, so now we can say .NET Watch. We can see the basic template popping up. Okay, nice. So we have a basic weather template. We are going to focus on improving this weather template today, okay? And for that, just need to, let's do a couple of things here. Let's add a shader folder here. Let's move the weather class, since we're going to use it in other places. Let's okay. I have to private, public. We are going to change the date, time, and we're going to include an ID here. Okay, so now we have this one, and we can just include this. Okay, and we can just change this. So now we should have no issues. Let's compile again. We are also going to include a new razor component, and it's going to be our edit dialog. Okay, edit dialog. So now we're going to improve this one, this grid that we have here. And for that, I'm just going to copy what we have here. We're going to copy a template column with two new buttons. Okay, and we're going to add this just add context here so we can. Okay, we're going to do the same for the delete. Okay, so now we have no issues here. We need to inject the IDialog provider, service provider here, and we are also going to include the message. Okay, so we have. Okay, let's see if we have no issues here. Okay, we have these two new buttons added to our grid. Okay, now we're going to work on the delete because it's going to show you specifically how to do the delete with the message button, which is just adding these couple of lines of codes. So we're going to add the functionality for that. Let me explain here what we have to do. So as you can see here, I'm using a forecast list and a forecast queryable, and the reason for this is because we're going to add in the next video, we're going to add a filtering search box on this data grid. So I'm going to keep it this way, and for that we need to have a list so it can be easy for us to remove and add, delete, and we are always going to match this list with the forecast queryable property, which is the one that the data grid needs. Okay, as you can see here, we're going to change it, and this is going to be a list. We're going to use forecast list, and we're going to use the queryable property here. And now let's change this a little bit. So on initialized async, we're going to initialize the list first to list, and after that we're just going to say, hey, forecast queryable, you are going to be equal a forecast list queryable. Nice and easy. So now we have the forecast list. Let's just keep it this way. Okay, so basically what we do here is just, let me just, we're going to remove the forecast item, we're going to match it with the forecast, and we're going to call state had change. With this, we should be able to have the delete functionality with the message prompt. Okay, let's try it. Counter, we have delete. Oh, it's not working. Why is not working? We're missing something very important here. We need to specify that the render mode is interactive server. Okay, so we have edit is not working, but delete should be working now. It's not working yet. Why not? Okay, so let's review. We have the interactive server, we have the message services, we have delete, okay, let's just comment this for a second, and let's start it again. It should be working now. I believe that I haven't missed anything. Okay, nice. So delete forecast, are you 100% sure you want to delete it? Yes, so we have the delete and the grid is deleted. So we have the first functionality done on this video. Okay, and let's do the second one, which is going to open the dialog. For that, we are going to implement the open edit dialog async, and for that we're going to copy the edit layout that I have here. Okay, so we're going to copy the edit dialog that I have here, and I'm going to explain it really quick. Okay, it's very important for you to understand how to pass a specific class template to the dialog, and you do it this way, adding the context component where the forecast is the same class that we're doing. You have a header. You don't need to specify all this component by default, okay? You can have it by default actually. So if you go to Fluent UI here, dialog, you can see how you can build different layout for your dialogs. Okay, I'm using this one because I believe it'll help you to visualize how you can include the footer, the body, and also the header, and also an important functionality that is mostly used in almost a website when you're going to edit something, and it's good looking actually. So you have your edit functionalities on a specific dialog, so you don't have to switch from different pages. So you have a Fluent dialog header with a Fluent stack, which help you with the alignment of your website components. You also have a dialog body that has functions with the same fields to edit the same variables that you have in this class: temperature, summary, etc. Okay, and you have a footer, okay, with a couple of buttons, save and cancel, okay, and you have the C# code part, where you can basically say, okay, cascade parameters. So this is normally what you need, so you can use the dialog here. This is how you pass the argument, the weather forecast context, and how initialize it, save it. As you can see here, you need to use this Fluent dialog property to use the callbacks. Okay, so now we're going to implement the weather Razor component opening the dialog async function, and for that I'm just going to copy what I have here. Okay, let's see if we don't have any issues here. We're missing these two properties. So if you go to the Fluent UI, you will see using these demos, and you will be very comfortable using this documentation because I believe it's very good. It's not perfect, but it's very good. So that's why I'm not spending so much time on this specific area. So because you can see here, guys, okay? So now we have sorry, we have to specify the context here. So I believe this is all we need. Okay, let me just comment here because we have a different properties. You have a dialog parameter here, class, where you can specify the title, the width, the trap focus, the model. You can also add a lot others functionality which you can read here on the documentation. Okay, at the end you will see all these specific parameters that you can play with. Okay, so after that, you create a dialog reference using this dialog service show dialog async. You specify which one you want to pass, and you pass the context and the parameters. Okay, and you get the results back using this callback. Now you can check for the data, and this is how you do it. So basically, what we're doing here is just editing what we have on the data ID. Okay. It's very important for you to notice that we pass the context here, and that's how I do it. That's how I pass it to the argument, and that's how you use the specific property for the specific role on a specific weather forecast class component. Okay, so let's see if this works now. So we're going to say A to .NET wash to hold reload and compile and do everything by itself. And I hope if this works, we're very close to finish this. So we have we have the dialog working nicely here. We're going to improve it here, and we're going to change. We're going to save it, and we have cool new functionality here with edit, and now we can delete it if we want to. Okay, So yeah, nice and easy, guys. With this video, I'm going to finish here, and in the next video, we're going to add a new way of filtering this data grid, and in the next video, we're going to add more functionality to the data grid. Okay, so these are the two new videos that I want to do. One for filtering this in the different way, because you can include in the data grid, you can include other filtering functionalities on your columns, which I don't like that much. But you can also add load loading. You can add a lot of other components, functionalities to the data grid component. But this is in the next video. I hope you like this one. Turn your likes down or up if you like it. Let me know in your comment below, and see you in the next video, guys. Bye.